Mike McDonald here, just coming out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And do you lead with integrity? Are you building a business that's focused on that? And today's video, I just want to talk about some different leadership coaching and what you can do to lead with integrity and instill that in your team. So one thing that you want to do is do what you say you're going to do. That's one key foundation to leading with integrity. So another thing that you can focus on is leading by example. So people aren't going to follow the leader that has never done it before, that isn't striving, isn't improving on themselves, isn't getting better. One thing that you want to focus on is being more personally developed than your team. So again, if you're working on yourself, you're improving your skills, make sure that you're out ahead of your team, because they're not going to want to follow you if you're not working on yourself, if you're not improving your own skills. People aren't going to want to follow that leader that isn't getting better themselves and isn't leading with integrity. So one great definition that I heard of integrity is basically the idea that you want to do what you said you're going to do after the feeling is past that you set it in. So what does that mean? Well, basically, sometimes you're not going to feel like getting up and, maybe doing the presentation for your team that day, or maybe you're not going to feel like doing that conference call, or, a lot of times I work in network marketing, the home business industry, you do three-way calls, you help do closing calls for your team or answer questions for new people. Not all the time do I feel like answering that phone. I'm doing something, I'm tired, I'm feeling crappy that day, whatever the case is, but I still pick up the phone. You still answer that. You can't just let your team down. It's like the leaders that had come before you helped you out, helped you build your business. So you want to do the same. You don't want to just leave your team hanging and be like, all right, well, whatever. I'm at this point now. I don't need to help anybody. I'm just going to relax and kick back, whatever. No, it's like you still got to help those that are willing to help themselves and reach out and, help your team get successful as well in your business. So again, another thing you can ask yourself a lot is, if you're leading or doing different things, if what you were doing was broadcast on the news the next day, would you be proud of it? Or would you be embarrassed? If you did something stupid or you criticized somebody in front of a bunch of people instead of doing it one-on-one in private, or maybe you said something you shouldn't have, just keep that in mind. If they were playing this on the news tomorrow morning and everybody in the world could see what I did last night or see the stupid thing that I did or whatever, would I make that same decision? Would I do that same thing? So that's another area you can really focus on. So again, leading with integrity, it's really key. Leading by example, doing what you said you do when the feeling is past, is a few things that you can do to really lead with integrity, improve your business, and again, instill those different ideas into your team. Another great question you can ask yourself is, if my team did what I did today, how would I be doing? So again, like I said, I work in network marketing. So if you haven't been prospecting at all, you haven't been doing any presentations, you haven't been putting out any content, you haven't been helping anybody, and you've just been kind of laying around all the time, you're not doing anything that's going to improve your personal business. If you're not leading by example, and you ask yourself, cool, if my team did what I did today, how would we be doing? Well, if you didn't do anything, you didn't work on yourself, you didn't put any content out there, you didn't provide any value to any people, you didn't do any prospecting, basically you did nothing, and your whole team duplicated that and they did nothing as well, guess what? You're probably not doing that great. So another thing that people get trapped in is the management mode, where they get a couple people in their team, in their organization, and then instead of working on their personal production and leading by example, they just go into management mode and bark orders and tell people what to do. And again, that really hinders their business and slows down the growth. And if you asked yourself, if my team did what I did, if I, just told a bunch of people what to do and my whole team did that, well, nothing happened, there wasn't any production, nothing went on. So again, a couple different tips you can use for leading with integrity, and also teaching your team and your organization to do that as well. You can really take your business to the next level. And if you are in network marketing and home business, feel free to head on over to coachmikemcdonald.com. You can enter your name and email. You're going to get access to my free prospecting training 14 proven keys to inviting for your business. So learn the right way to prospect. Again, there's all kinds of ways you can try and show people. You can be sneaky, you can be weird. Again, it's not what you want to do. You want to prospect professionally, invite people the correct way, and you'll get more people that are willing to look at your presentation and your business the right way. And again, learn the skills on how to do that over at coachmikemcdonald.com/inviting. I'll put up the link here in a sec so you can see that. But again, really appreciate everybody's time. If you got value out of this, feel free to comment and share. Tap the screen if you're watching on Periscope, and we'll talk to you guys soon.